non-traditional student that I am, I had the pleasure of growing up with some pretty amazing television shows. One in particular that reminds me of this case study is the $6 Million Man and the Bionic Woman. The speed at which science has evolved is truly amazing. My name is Charlotte LaQuasto, and I'm going to be discussing Case Study 11, Oscar Pistorius, for our class, Ethics and Legal Issues in IT. For obvious reasons, I will be going forward referring to Oscar Pistorius as just Oscar and save you all from the verbal catastrophe. At this point in time, I feel we're at the forefront of this subject, but to understand the topic, you have to understand the science surrounding it. In researching bioenhancements, and specifically Oscar, I needed to get a better understanding of what bioenhancements are, in what ways did Oscar benefit from his disability, and what are the potential downfalls for future sports and individuals with the same circumstances as Oscar. With a better understanding of the topics, I can form an opinion on how it affects society. As described in an article by C. Ben Mitchell, PhD, from Trinity International University, bioenhancements are technology that magnifies human biological function beyond the species' typical normal. To me, it sounds like there are variations of this science. This appears to fall more in line with performance enhancing, whether it is the mind, speed, dexterity, hearing, genetic modification, musical ability, and so on. Other forms of bioenhancements include muscular modification and cloning of tissue to aid in repair or regrowth of damaged or missing anatomy. The scenario that describes Oscar's case is that his prosthetics, in a sense, just allowed him to get back to a normal playing field or normal ability. This is similarly used in kidney dialysis. The purpose of this technology is to serve in a way that is best described or best served for the good of the patient. There are endless examples of this technology. Any prosthetic could be considered a bioenhancement. Hearing aids, pacemakers, prosthetic limbs, the list goes on and on. Now that we have a better understanding of what a bioenhancement is, we can discuss the benefits of allowing someone whose circumstances has put them in a situation which requires an enhancement to compete in competitive sports. You can't compete in a more respectful event than the Olympics, which was the case for Oscar. For me, a subject like this, along with many others, is very difficult. You have to define perimeters and levels of acceptance without crossing that line of discrimination. I am going to speak of Oscar's situation specifically because trying to justify all possible scenarios would be impossible in the amount of time allotted. For Oscar, it was proven that he well surpassed the realm of competition in the Paralympics. When you break down the facts, Oscar was born without a fibula in both legs. He had no experience of mobility without the aid of prosthetics. So in a sense, he learned to function from day one with the technology. No telling how many different prosthetics he used over time as he grew into an adult and before coming to the utilization of the controversial running blades. as his legs are so commonly now referred to. His accomplishment in the Olympics brought so much positive light on this type of technology. Who knows what kind of research was developed to promote his success individually in the Olympics. The fallout is that vast amount of unknown men, women, children his success helped. It is helped by giving confidence to those struggling with loss of limbs and helping to take the shame out of the physical disability. Countless veterans are benefiting from similar prosthetics because of the light that has been shed on this subject. Each scenario in competition will have to be considered independently, whether it is golf, basketball, football, hockey, skiing, etc., etc. The possibilities go on and on. The benefits of allowing those who have bioenhancements legitimately to compete can only be a benefit to technology. I can foresee this allowance prompting scientists to be more and more creative in finding ways to make someone whole again. With any positive, however, there is usually a negative. To make good educated decisions, you have to consider all sides. In Oscar's case, the negativity stemmed from his success in his sport. Many critics felt the advanced technology in his blades put him at an unfair advantage from other competitors. The public argues that the blades either enhanced his overall performance or that someone with his physical condition should be competing in other organized events like the Paralympics, where he previously competed and succeeded. One of the biggest negatives in allowing individuals like Oscar to compete in traditional sporting organizations is where to draw the line. I feel that determining what an acceptable bioenhancement is will be the most challenging. Again, you have to remember all the different types of bioenhancements. One that has also been a controversial topic is performance-enhancing drugs. This could, in a sense, be considered a bioenhancement because it is chemically enhancing the performance of the athlete, in turn providing an edge over competition. Another example is steroids. We already know that both of these types of aids are prohibited and come with severe consequences if abused in a professional environment. Careers are lost, fines are enforced, and reputations are ruined. Once you understand the complexity of bioenhancements, weigh the pros and cons, and define the cons, you can make an opinion about the subject as a whole. I feel the positives surround this technology far surpass the negatives in the freedoms it can provide society. However, you can't have a conversation about the great possibilities without wondering how far scientists will take the concept. It wasn't 25 years ago where a mini-series scientists were implanting a wrecked astronaut with bionic parts, providing him superhuman strength and the ability to serve and protect mankind. Today, that concept has more than come to fruition. What will the next 25 years bring? I feel the greatest leap in technology for bioenhancements will be for neural technology and those suffering from disease such as MS, spinal bifida, Parkinson's, even Alzheimer's. I also foresee further ethical lines being pushed on cloning and tissue regeneration, all of which are too close to God for me. Thank you for your attention. I'll see you around the discussion boards.